I've been up reading the comments about the interview I did with Lisa Leslie about Kobe Bryant. And I know that if I had only seen the clip that you saw, I'd be extremely angry with me too. I am mortified, I'm embarrassed, and I am very angry. Unbeknownst to me, my network put up a clip from a very wide-ranging interview, totally taken out of context, and when you see it that way...
What's going on, guys? I am Jaye. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I gotta talk about this Gayle King interview with Lisa Leslie, former WNBA player. She actually is a coach in the Big Three, won a championship. But Lisa Leslie was interviewing Gayle King, and you knew this interview was a setup to talk about Kobe. Now, Gayle King is now blaming CBS for the backlash she's receiving. Even though Gayle King has benefited from tearing down black men in the media, like with her interview with R. Kelly, she got a contract extension because of that. And I think she thought that this interview was going to be able to have the similar impact to that as far as her career is concerned, maybe perception publicly. But people weren't down with this interview. And there are a lot of people speaking out against her. 50 Cent did a reaction video on Instagram where he's going off on her. Lil Boosie went off on her. Other people as well, because she made herself look very thirsty to diss a man who's no longer here. And Lisa Leslie made a very good point about how people who had an issue with him should have spoke to him while he was still here. Why would you wait until he's no longer here to have all these issues with him? Well, Gayle King is what you would call an opportunist when it comes to black men in the media, as far as boosting herself up. You know, Oprah did the same thing for many years, you know. And what's interesting is that when we as black men bring that up about the fact that Oprah built her career off tearing us down, you have people who they don't want to hear that. But look at what Gayle King is doing. This was an epic fail by Gayle King. Now she's pushing off blame on CBS, saying that the clip was taken out of context. No, Gayle, we saw the clip, and you were asking question after question about Kobe, trying to bait Lisa Leslie, who was a friend of Kobe, into dissing him, and she did not take the bait. She refused to throw Kobe under the bus. You know why? Because Lisa Leslie is a stand-up person. She's not one of these people who's an opportunist like you, Gayle. She doesn't have a disdain towards melanated men like you and your buddy Oprah do. And what's very interesting is that you got people like Gayle King and Oprah who's gonna go hard in the paint when it comes to melanated men, but your buddy Harvey Weinstein, y'all have said nothing. Harvey Weinstein is out here throwing Super Bowl parties, but you don't see the media, you know, going after him for that. This guy's showing up to court and he's, you know, falling asleep during a testimony for one of his accusers. But the media doesn't say anything. Gayle King doesn't say anything. Oprah doesn't say anything. Where's the documentaries about your buddy, Harvey? But you're doing this interview trying to ask the same question 2 or 3 different ways in order to get your sound bites to tear down the legacy of Kobe. Kobe hasn't been gone that long, and you're already thirsty for an interview like this. You can blame CBS all you want to, Gayle, but you could have refused to do this interview. You could have said, you know what, I'm gonna wait, or I don't like these questions. But all of a sudden, because of the backlash that Gayle King is getting, she now wants to blame CBS. Nah, it doesn't work like that. You can't blame CBS now. You chose to ask those questions. You could have said, I'm not asking those questions. But because you, in your mind, you believe that the majority of people out there, especially the majority of women, are going to be on your side, and they weren't. They are dissing you too. Well, let's say dissing, but they are disagreeing with you too. You have melanated men and women who are sick and tired of seeing women like you try to bait not only other women, but you try to gaslight the men you interview into getting the sound bites that you want to help boost your career. No more are people like you going to get away with this, because people see what is going on now. It is a full-fledged deflection agenda to deflect from the real monsters out here, especially in the industry, that you want to cover up for, that you don't want to address. And that's how it has gone for a long time. You deflect to somebody else. And that's what is seemingly going on in this particular situation. Now, this is what Lisa Leslie said in the interview. I thought was very interesting. She said, Kobe's not the kind of guy, never been like, let's go get that girl, or tell her or send her this. She revealed, I have other NBA friends that are like that. Kobe, he was never like that. I just never see it. Him being the kind of person, do something to violate a female or be aggressive in that way. And then Gayle King came back and said, but Lisa, you wouldn't see it though. As his friend, you wouldn't see it. Okay? And that was a very interesting exchange, because once again, she wanted to be aggressive in her questioning to try to get the soundbite she wants. But now Gayle King is upset at CBS because people are going at her with viciousness. But what did you expect, Gayle King? You're not interviewing R. Kells. You're interviewing somebody that knows Kobe personally, a female. And the one thing that the masses don't like to see is a female trying to pressure another female to denigrate a man. Now you got Gayle King upset at CBS. You weren't upset with CBS when you did the interview with Kells. You weren't upset at the fact that you were there interviewing him, and you know what happened. You weren't upset when they gave you the contract extension, right? You weren't upset when you got this assignment, because you were so thirsty to build your own profile, to build yourself up. I saw the clip, Gayle. Everybody did. You made yourself look bad. You are, there are people who have said that Gayle King is the side piece of Oprah. I don't know if that's true, but I think that they definitely have the same mindset. You know, you're bringing up a man who's no longer here's past to use against him. That is something that to me was just wrong. If you have an issue with Kobe, you bring it up while he's still here. Don't wait till when he's gone and you want to tarnish his reputation and legacy that he worked hard to rebuild after what happened in Colorado. Okay? Now this is what Gayle King said in response to the backlash that she's getting. I've been up reading the comments about the interview I did with Lisa Leslie about Kobe, and I know that if I had only seen the clip that you saw, I'd be extremely angry with me too. She said on Instagram, I am mortified, I am embarrassed, and I am very angry. Unbeknownst to me, my network put up a clip from a very wide-ranging interview, totally taken out of context. Yeah, sure. You didn't know what your own network that is paying you, that put you on this assignment. You don't know what they're up to? Come on, Gayle. Come on. Why are you throwing them under the bus? They're the ones that are paying you. I'm pretty sure that they told you how they were going to market this interview, because they wanted this interview to be big. So you mean to tell me that they told you nothing about their marketing plan? Come on, Gayle. So what else were you talking to Lisa Leslie about? What are you going to talk about her career, her family? You know, what she's doing after being a basketball player herself? Come on. We know why you were interviewing her. And even if we didn't see that particular clip, we would have known you would have asked her about Kobe. You would have known that. But you now want to throw CBS under the bus. I'm sure that makes them happy. I'm sure that makes them very happy that you want to throw them under the bus. Or maybe y'all talked about this, you know? Also, she said, and when you see it that way, it's very jarring. It's jarring to me. I didn't even know anything about it. Okay. Sure, Gayle, you knew nothing about it. You're the one conducting the interview. You have to market this interview to get people to listen, but you don't know what's being said in the clip that is being paraded around. Gayle, who do you think? How intelligent do you think we aren't? Because I'm starting to think that you believe that we aren't intelligent, and we don't know that you had some say over not only the questions, but the marketing of the interview. It's just like the other interviews you've done. You know, you market that one clip that is, as you said, jarring, that's going to get people to want to watch. This just blew up in your face. It did. Now everybody's angry with you. Now people see you for what you are. And you want to turn it on the network. Well, Gayle, you better hope the network doesn't respond and say, well, she knew everything, or that we were gonna do. Because I'm pretty sure they wouldn't have went forward and not consulted you on how they were gonna market this interview. And I have to give a lot of props to Lisa Leslie for not taking the bait, for handling herself in a very professional manner, even though Gayle King wasn't being very professional. I think that this interview was an epic fail. Everybody is going to see it. Gayle King, you've been ruining your not say reputation, but your how people perceive you. You know, you did it to yourself. I think that it's slowly been getting there, but now people see it for what it is, and people are not going to be interested in any more of your interviews, especially when you're tearing down another melanated man. Okay? See, it's easy to go at us. And the thing about us as melanated men, we have strong shoulders. We can bear all of that. But we also are going to call out the BS. And that's exactly what you're seeing a lot of us do.